What is up, you guys? In today's video, I'm going to show you the 5 skills that every woodworker needs to develop in order to build a successful business. Let's dive in. All right, well, welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the podcast. This is actually podcast episode number 293, which is crazy. It means that we're coming up quickly on episode 300. It's crazy to think that we have done 300 of these podcasts. It's wild. Hopefully, they've been helping you. If you're watching this on YouTube, go check out the Handmade Business Secrets podcast. If you're listening to this on the podcast and you haven't subscribed yet to the YouTube channel, come over to the YouTube channel where you can see my ugly mug. We use a whiteboard sometimes. We explain things. It'll just kind of maybe trigger different parts of the brain as you're learning. So in today's video, the 5 skills that every woodworker needs to develop in order to build a successful business. Now, it's super important to differentiate between woodworking skills and business owner skills. These are very different things, okay? Most people think, just like I did, that if I just get really good at woodworking, that the woodworking business will just develop itself. And that's really not true. And I think a lot of you guys are probably there that are watching this now. Maybe you are a really good woodworker, but you're struggling to get new sales. You're struggling to keep track of your finances. You're struggling to hire or build a team or build systems or any of those things. So I want to talk to you really today about the business skills, the business principles that you need to pick up, you need to learn, you need to develop in order to be successful. So the first skill that you need to develop is general bookkeeping skills. This is not high-level accounting. This is not knowing how to file your own taxes without anybody's help. This is just how do you run software like QuickBooks or FreshBooks? How do you keep track of the basics? What are the basics? It's, okay, I sold something, I need to create an invoice. Okay, I collected a payment for that thing that I sold. How do I attach that to the right invoice? And then every time that I go spend money, I need to categorize that accordingly as an expense so that I can look at reports and have accurate data down the road, okay? This is where most people don't do anything at all, or they do it inside of a spreadsheet, or they do it on a piece of paper. These are fine when you're little, but as soon as you start scaling, it's going to be very difficult for that to be a scalable model with you. So you need to learn some basic bookkeeping skills, okay? For years, this was one of my biggest struggles. I always did really good in school. I had like straight A's all through high school. I made a few B's in college. The one thing that I made a C on my entire life, and I barely made a C, I almost made a D, was accounting. I really struggled with accounting. This was always a limiting belief in my mind and a subconscious belief that, well, if I don't know how to manage this business at $5,000 a month, how could I ever manage it at $50,000 a month? But once you learn these principles, these basic bookkeeping principles, those principles allow you to manage $5,000, $50,000, $500,000, $5 million without any problem. Okay, so that's number 1. You need to learn some general bookkeeping skills. Okay, number 2, a skill that every woodworker needs to develop is marketing skills. If you don't know how to get new leads, you will never ever be able to scale your business. You won't be able to build a successful business, okay? Most guys, they're simply relying on word of mouth, referrals. You should have word of mouth and you should have referral-based business, but that cannot be the end-all be-all. You need to have a way to get your products in front of new clients, new customers, and pique their interest to the point that they would be willing to buy from you. And so whether you partner with somebody to help you with marketing or you do it yourself, you should be developing a marketing component inside of your business. You need to have a budget for marketing. You need to be able to spend money effectively and efficiently so that every time that you spend money, you make astronomically more money off of the money that you spend. Number 3, third skill is sales. You need to actually have sales skills. And so a lot of people might be like, oh, well, sales isn't a skill. Sales absolutely is a skill that can be developed. Right now, if you don't really know how to talk to customers, you don't know how to get those customers that have objections, you can't get them off the fence. You know, they're like, well, we're talking about it, we're thinking about it, we're looking at our options, we'll let you know. What do you do with those customers? How do you get them past that and actually to a sale, okay? Because you can have great marketing and get a lot of people through the door talking to you or interested in your products, but if you don't know how to actually sell and get people committed and get a deposit on orders, you really don't have any more cash flow, right? And so developing your sales skills is going to be critical for growing your woodworking business, okay? Learning how to talk to clients, how to handle clients, it's going to be of the utmost importance, okay? Now, here's the good news. Once you get these 3 things down, like just basic general bookkeeping, marketing, and sales, what's going to happen is your business is going to start growing. Your business is going to start growing rapidly just with those 3 skills, and that's where skill number 4 really comes in and is really, really important, and that is hiring and managing a team. A lot of guys are solo guys out there. You're maybe watching this, you're a solopreneur doing your own thing, but there's a limit to how many hours you have in a day, right? There's a limit to how much time you have to build something or how much time you have to devote to your business. And the reality is that we all have the same 24 hours in a day. And so how do you build a bigger business with the same 24 hours in a day? Well, you borrow other people's time. If you're working on something, let's say you have 24 hours. Let's say that you hire an employee. You now have 48 hours. You hire another employee, you have 72 hours, right? You're borrowing their time. Not that you're all going to work 24 hours straight. This is just an example. But you're borrowing other people's time to accomplish your goals. And so with growing a business, if you really want to take it somewhere big, if you want it to be sellable in the future, you're going to have to learn, how do I hire and how do I develop and train and manage team members. Okay, it's going to be super critical to long-term growth and sustainability for your business. Okay, so just to recap: general bookkeeping, marketing, sales, hiring, and managing a team. So number 5, the last one that you need to develop in order to be successful is going to be cash flow management. So how is cash flow management different from general bookkeeping? Okay, so general bookkeeping is basically just understanding data tracking. How do I keep up with my numbers in a way that I can pull reports that always have accurate information? Okay, cash flow management is how do I make strategic decisions with the cash that we have in order to set us up for success. Okay, so I have made a lot of pretty good decisions with cash. I've also made a lot of really bad decisions with cash, right? And cash flow management is understanding, okay, when is money coming in? When are we finishing orders and collecting cash? When is payroll going out? And your accounts are always going to be doing this, okay? And the bigger you get, the more drastic that gets. You know, right before I sold Iron by Iron at the end of 2023, we're averaging around $70,000 per month. And so we had about $16,000 to $18,000 that was flowing in and out of our account on a weekly basis. So that means like $3,000 a day was coming in and out of an account, which is pretty scary if you don't understand cash flow management. And so you have to really be on top of understanding where the money's going, why it's going there, when it's going there, and also understanding how to negotiate different types of terms and relationships with your vendors so that you're always collecting money. One of the best things that you can do, as long as you're really smart, is get set up on like net 30 terms with your vendors. Because let's say you have a vendor that is a lumber supplier, okay? You can order lumber from that supplier, get it, and turn it into a finished good and go collect the money on that and then pay off the vendor instead of having to front the cash to the vendor, okay? So net 30 terms can be hugely beneficial to you if you can get some business credit established. Most of the time, a lot of these bigger vendors will allow you to have net 30 terms. But to wrap up this video, if you're here and you're watching this and you're like, you know what, I have woodworking skills. I'm a good woodworker. I'm good with tools. I'm good working with various kinds of wood. I can build anything. I can do anything. But you would say, you know what, honestly, Zach, I don't have these skills. I don't know how to keep up with books. I don't know how to market or sell. I don't know how to hire or manage a team. I'm really not good at managing cash flow. These are the things that we come alongside you and we teach you inside of the Woodworking Business Accelerator program. There's a lot of people online, you know, they look at coaching programs or they look at programs like what we do and they're like, oh, that's a scam. Most coaches are teaching a set of skills that you don't currently have. And that's what we're teaching you inside of the Woodworking Business Accelerator program. We're not teaching you a get-rich-quick scheme. We're not teaching you any magic pills or magic wands that you wave inside your business. We're just giving you basic business principles so that you can partner your woodworking skills with business skills and actually grow a business. And so if that's you, if you're on the fringe of trying to grow a woodworking business and you don't know what to do next, I want to just encourage you, click the link below in the description. Just fill out the application to check out the Woodworking Business Accelerator program. We're going to get on a call with you, walk you through what we do, how we do it exactly, and if it's a good fit for you in your business. So hopefully this was a helpful video for you. The 5 skills every woodworker needs to develop in order to build a successful business. And if it was, please let me know in the comments below. Be sure to like and be sure to subscribe. It's going to help us grow our channel and continue to reach more woodworkers all over the world, helping them grow the business and the life that they've always dreamed of. So with that being said, guys, I love you all and I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next video.